Borthakur IAS Academy, an endeavor of excellence.
Borthakur IAS Academy.
Hello everyone, a warm welcome to Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. I am your friend Atreyi and today is 12th of June. I am here with another fresh segment of Current Affairs 365, your one-stop solution for any news and updates which will help you prepare for your civil services examination, and along with it, it is also going to be beneficial for any Assam state government services. So don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. Now let's see what all we have in store for us today. Okay. The first news is about Atlantic Charter. This will be tagged under the GS paper 2 and it is concerned with international relations. It can also be linked to the subtopics of bilateral groupings and agreements, then international treaties and agreements, etc. So recently the United States President and UK's Prime Minister, they have signed a new version of the Atlantic Charter which is 80 years old. Okay, the Atlantic Charter was introduced in the year 1941. So it was a joint declaration, the old charter of 41. It was a joint declaration which was released by the then US President Roosevelt and the British Prime Minister Churchill on 14th of August 1941. This was during the World War II, and here that old charter, it was subsequently incorporated by reference in the Declaration of United Nations in the year 1942. World War II was a conflict that involved virtually every part of the world during the years of 39 to 45. Okay, and you all are aware of the principal parties which were involved: the Axis powers and the Allies. Axis powers involved Germany, Italy and Japan, and Allies were France, Great Britain, the United States, Soviet Union, and also to a lesser extent China. Now coming to the new charter of 2021, this is an effort to stake out a grand vision for the global relationships of the 21st century. And here this new statement of the charter is, okay, it ensures a promise of the UK and the United States that they would meet the challenges of their age together. This particular charter calls for both the countries to adhere to the rules-based international order, and it will mainly focus on climate change along with the need to protect biodiversity. This will be done in reference to emerging technologies, cyberspace, and sustainable global development. This new charter also calls on Western allies to oppose interference through this information or any other malign influence. It also vows that as long as there are nuclear weapons, the NATO or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, it will remain a nuclear alliance. Now we'll have to see what is the opportunity for India here. Okay, as we all know that the old charter, it alienated India's Indian nationalism, but now in the new charter, it is going to it can be seen as a rebooting of the Western institution, which should facilitate a productive phase of India's cooperation with the United States. Along with it, it is also going to enhance the cooperation of India with all the allies of United States. The current G7 summit, Indian Prime Minister, he is going to join the discussions of the G7 summit, and here he has an opportunity to signal a commitment that will offer substantive collaboration with the Western democracies on global issues. So this is going to strengthen the position of India on the global platform. Now coming to the second news, it is about the BEAD model of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Recently, the Maharashtra government, they have asked the Prime Minister for statewide implementation of BEAD model of the crop insurance scheme under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. The BEAD model, BEAD is actually a district of Maharashtra which is located in the drought-prone area of Marathwada region. This particular model is based on a formula which is known as 80-110 formula, and under this plan, the insurer's potential losses are mainly restricted. Along with this, it also provides benefits to the state because in most cases, the claims to premium ratio is quite low. In case of this model, the profit of the insurance company, it is expected to reduce, and the state government, it would access funds. There are, however, many challenges which are also related to this model. The main question here is that how the state government is going to raise the excess amount and how the reimbursed amount would be administered. And along with that, the farmers in this particular model, they does not seem to have any direct benefit. So these are some of the questions and challenges which are related to this model. However, it will have to see what positive impact it can bring on in the lives of the farmers, and also it can help boost the economy of our country. First, we will have to see the condition of the Maharashtra state. Then coming to Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, it was launched in the year 2016 and it provides for a comprehensive insurance cover against failure of crops. Thus, it helps in stabilizing the income of the farmers, and moreover it provides the past yield data for all food and oilseed crops and the annual commercial horticultural crops as well. The third news is about the resolution of United Nations General Assembly. Union Health Minister, he addressed the 75th session of the United Nations General Assembly on prevention of HIV/AIDS. This resolution, it mainly deals with the implementation of Declaration of Commitment and political declarations on HIV/AIDS. First, we'll have to talk about the unique model of HIV/AIDS prevention model. Okay, this is mainly centered around the concept of social contracting, through which the targeted interventions program, it will be implemented with support from the civil society. And this program is aimed at behavior change, communication, then counseling and testing, and will also ensure linkages to the HIV care. The HIV and AIDS Prevention and Control Act of 2017, it provides for a legal and enabling framework in order to safeguard the human rights of those infected and affected people. India is providing free antiretroviral treatment to close to around 1.4 million people. This particular treatment is a combination of daily medications that stops the virus from reproducing. And this treatment helps in protecting the CD4 cells, which keeps the immune system strong enough to fight off the disease. And besides reducing the risk of transmission, it also helps in stopping its progression to AIDS. And this is a spectrum of condition which is mainly caused by infection due to HIV. And talking about HIV and AIDS, in India, we'll have to make a mention of the National AIDS Control Program. So the National AIDS Control Organization, NACO, it was launched during the first phase of this program in the year 1992. 1992 it was formed, and the National AIDS Control Program, it was for a period of 1992 to 1999. Okay, and this particular organization is a division of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Since, as I have already mentioned, it was constituted in the year 1992. It was created to provide leadership to the HIV/AIDS control program in our country through 35 HIV/AIDS prevention and control societies. India is now gradually transitioning the people living with HIV to a safer and effective antiretroviral medication regimen. The target here is to eliminate HIV from the mother to child transmission. Okay, for this, a viral load testing facility have been scaled up, and HIV counseling, testing and community based screening for early diagnosis, they have also been ramped up. And finally, there are some sustainable development goals also which are related to HIV. Okay, and they are actually related to the HIV response. So first is the SDG number 3. It ensures healthy lives and promotes well-being for all at all ages. And then coming to the SDG number 4, it ensures quality education, including targets on comprehensive sexual and reproductive health, education and life skills. Then SDG 5, it talks about gender equality, including targets on sexual and reproductive health and rights, and also elimination of violence, harmful gender norms and practices. Then there are also 2 other SDGs, which are the SDG number 10 and 16, that are related to HIV. Then other projects includes Project Sunrise, the initiative which was launched by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 2016. It was mainly done to tackle the rising HIV prevalence in northeastern states of our country, especially among people injecting drugs. Then the red ribbon, it is a universal symbol of awareness and support for people living with HIV. Then we'll also have to mention about the 90-90-90. That is 90% of those people who are HIV positive in our country, they know their status. Okay, 90% of those who know their status, they are on treatment, and 90% of those who are experiencing treatment, okay, they experience an effective viral load suppression. So these are some of the initiatives which are already being taken by our country. The next news is about submission on agriculture mechanization scheme. Recently, Government of India, it has released the funds for various activities of farm mechanization under SMAM scheme. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, it has launched the SMAM scheme in the year 2014-15, and under this scheme, subsidy is provided for purchase of various types of agricultural equipments and machinery. It will be to an extent of 40 to 50% for states other than the northeastern region, and for northeastern states it is 100%, that will be limited to 1.25 lakhs per beneficiary. The Agriculture Ministry has also, along with this scheme, it has developed a multilingual mobile app which is known as Custom Hiring Centers Farm Machinery. It will mainly work in connecting farmers with custom hiring service centers which are situated locally. The main aim of the scheme is to increase the reach of farm mechanization to all the small and marginal farmers, and to those difficult areas where farm power availability is quite low. The objectives of this scheme, it mainly includes creating awareness among the stakeholders through demonstration and capacity building activities, and later it will ensure performance testing and certification of agricultural machines. Now coming to farm mechanization. Mechanized agriculture, it is actually a process of using agricultural machinery to mechanize the work of agriculture. It will boost up mechanization in agricultural sector, which will improve agricultural implements and the essential inputs from the machinery. India stands at about 40 to 45%, with states like Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and Punjab being very high at mechanization levels, but the northeastern states, they are having negligible mechanization. This level of farm mechanization is still low as compared to other countries like the United States, Brazil and China. The main significance here is in the use of agricultural mechanization is that it plays a vital role in optimizing the use of land, water, energy, resources, manpower, etc. And it also maximizes the productivity of the available cultivable area. This in turn makes the agriculture a more profitable and attractive profession for the rural youth, and it is a key driver for the sustainable development of agricultural sector. However, there are two prime negative impact of agriculture mechanization. First is reduced workforce, which decreases the farm employment, and second one is that use of machines, it increases the pollution level in the rural areas. The next news is about the demand of Autonomous District Council by the Rengma Nagas. Rengma Naga People's Council, NPSC, or the Rengma Nagas, they have demanded an Autonomous District Council in Assam. Recently, the state and central government, they have upgraded Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and North Kachar Hills Autonomous Council to territorial councils like the BTC. And the status of territorial council, it will provide more autonomy and financial grant to the same. It has been alleged that the creation of these tribal councils, they have deprived the Rengma Nagas, who are considered to be the legitimate owners of the land. And both the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and the North Kachar Hills Autonomous Council, they share boundaries with the state of Nagaland. Rengma Nagas, they are a Naga tribe who are mainly found in Nagaland, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. The first official recording of Rengma Nagas staying in Assam's Karbi Anglong Hill, it was done by Major John Butler, who was a British officer posted in the northeastern region at that point of time. Now, Autonomous District Council, as per the 6th schedule of our Indian Constitution, it deals with the administration of tribal areas in 4 northeastern states of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. And the special provision has been provided under Article 244(2) and 275 of the Indian Constitution. Here the tribals, they have been given freedom to exercise legislative as well as executive powers through an autonomous regional council and the Autonomous District Council. Each autonomous district and regional council, it will consist of not more than 30 members, of which 4 are nominated by the governor, and all of them, they remain in power for a term of 5 years. But the Bodoland Territorial Council is an exception here, as it can constitute up to 46 members. Despite various degree of autonomy, the 6th schedule, it does not fall outside the executive authority of the state concerned, and the governor is empowered to organize and reorganize the autonomous districts. So with this, we have come to an end of today's session. I hope you all will like this video and it is going to be useful for you all. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you all again tomorrow with another session of Current Affairs 365 only on Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. Till then, take care, keep learning. Bye-bye.
Borthakur IAS Academy. প্ৰস্তুতি আৰু অধ্যয়নৰ নিৰ্ভৰযোগ্য ঠিকনা
Borthakur IAS Academy.